What's up guys? In this video, I'm going to take you with me on a tour of a potential investment property. I'm going to go over how you should analyze a real estate investment, how much you should offer for a property, and what you should look for when you walk through the property. If you're new to my channel, my name is Bin Chen. I'm a real estate investor / agent that's based out of New York City. And I make a lot of videos about real estate investing, personal finance, and how to make money. So if you're interested in those types of topics, please consider subscribing. One of my goals this year is to add another rental property to my portfolio. So I'm actually touring a lot of houses right now. So this is a house that I actually took a look at this weekend. So I'm gonna go over how I viewed the property, what I looked for when I was walking through the property, as well as if I'm actually gonna put in an offer for this property and how much. So before I start, let me give you a little background information about this house. So this house was listed on Zillow as a for sale by owner listing. A for sale by owner listing just means that the owner wanted to list a property himself and didn't want to go through an agent. This can be a good or a bad thing. If the homeowner is very experienced, then this can be a very simple transaction. They know exactly what to do and you're gonna have an easy time negotiating and talking about the details with them. But if this owner has no idea what they're doing and they just didn't want to hire an agent so they can save a little money on the commission, then it might be a nightmare. So this house was listed for $985,000. It was listed as a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, about 3,300 square feet, and it was built in 1925. So even for New York standards, that is old. Definitely something to look out for while we walk through the property. So let's get into it. So we're at the front of the house now. It looks like the homeowners painted the bricks white. And they have a green porch as well. Not very tasteful. So I feel like just showing you guys a video of the property isn't enough because you guys don't know what the layout of the property looks like. So I created a 3D model of it for you guys. So when you walk in through the front entrance, you get into a hallway that's a set of stairs. Once you go up the set of stairs, you're in the second floor apartment. You enter into the living room, which is over here. This is where the kitchen is. There, the bathroom is over here, and the other 4 rooms are the bedrooms. This kitchen is okay sized for this area, but it looks like they don't have any cabinets on top. That's a little bit weird, right? This is the dining room area that's adjacent to the kitchen. Nothing too weird so far. For some reason, some of my footage didn't save, but if you walk down this hallway, there's the bathroom and 2 more bedrooms. This is the living room area. So yeah, I mean, it's a decent size. There's a lot of windows. And it looks like there is a big closet there maybe. Oh, it looks like they used a closet door for a bedroom door. That's kind of weird. And each room looks like it's a different color. Nice. And why is there another bedroom behind this bedroom? That is definitely illegal. You can't have a bedroom lead into another bedroom. How are you going to walk through someone else's bedroom to get to your bedroom? So yeah guys, this is the second floor. The owner couldn't give us access to the first floor, but told us that it was the same layout as the second floor. So now let's check out the basement. So as my mom walked in, she took one look and was already skeptical about this.
That's illegal, right?
No, it's legal.
It's legal, because
It's
right
legal?
over here,
Yeah.
we don't have a kitchen.
Oh.
So basically, that's the whole thing.
So it's illegal 2-family or 3-family?
No, this is multi-family house.
So let me pause here real quick. Did you notice that my mom asked her if this is a legal 2 or 3-family house? And the homeowner just replied, this is a multi-family house. Multi-family house. Multi-family house just means that this is not a single family house. That just means that it can be 2-unit, 3-unit, 4-unit, 5-unit, 100-unit. That's basically what a multi-family means. But every property should have a certificate of occupancy or something from the Department of Buildings stating what the legal occupancy is. We want to know exactly how many legal units there are. So when we rent it out, we know if we can rent out 2 units, 3 units, 4 units. Anyway, the homeowner has this house set up as 4 separate units. And when we asked them if it's a 2, 3, 4 family house, they just said it's a multi-family house. I don't know who they're trying to fool with this, but they're trying to say that every single unit in this property is legal, and I highly doubt that. So keep that in mind. Don't trust anything that the homeowner says. You have to verify for yourself.
That's why I'm telling you that's legal.
Yeah.
We have in 2 small apartments down. This is one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's big.
Yeah.
So before it's a garage right here, right or no?
No.
Oh, no garage?
No.
So notice how my mom asked if this area that she's standing in used to be a garage. It's actually fairly common that people illegally modify their garages and use it as living space. So we want to make sure if this is legal living space or it was just an illegal modification. We've actually toured countless houses in the area, and for a house that's set up like this, there's usually a garage at the back. There's a driveway that goes all the way to the back of the house, and they're using the backyard area as a parking spot. For most houses in the area, there's a garage, and when there's a driveway leading to the back of the house, the garage is in the back of the house. Seeing as the homeowner was less than upfront before, I'm definitely gonna have to verify this at the Department of Buildings. So the Department of Buildings usually has the blueprints of the house when it was built. Since this house is built in 1925, I'm not so sure if they have anything, but it's worth a shot anyway. So looking at the style of the bathroom, it looks like the homeowner added it in or remodeled it, because this is definitely not the 1925 original style. So this is like the little kitchenette area that they had. If you look over here, you see like all these exposed pipes and valves. You definitely shouldn't have that exposed like this. Definitely doesn't look normal. So I messed up and didn't get a clip of this, but behind that curtain is the gas and electric meters. So normally gas and electric meters shouldn't be in the unit itself. It should be in a separate area, just because if there's a gas leak or something, it's usually by the meters. Now this doesn't always mean that the unit is illegal, but it just means that there's a high chance. Definitely something that needs to be verified. There are some instances where something like this is grandfathered in, where the house was built like that originally and then the city didn't require the owner to fix it. There are cases like that, and I need to double check. This just like raises a red flag. So since I have no idea if that property is a 2 or multi-family, actually I do have an idea. I'm pretty sure it's a 2 family, but you know, just to be safe, maybe I'm missing something, maybe it was grandfathered in. I'm actually walking to the Department of Buildings right now to request their information. I'm going to request for the certificate of occupancy, which will let you know exactly what that property can be used for, and also I'm going to be asking for the blueprint. The blueprint is basically going to tell me if, you know, that place, like the back of the house, is actually a livable space, or if it was like storage before they modified it, or, you know, like my mom said, a garage. So I just got out of the Department of Buildings. I took a look at the records for the property, and guess what? Since this property was built in 1925, there are no records. The only thing that they have on file is that they did a plumbing job in 1980s, and according to that plumbing job filing, it was a 2-family house. So yeah, I mean, definitely not multi-family like the lady said. So yeah, it's a 2-family, so legally it can only be occupied by 2 families. So I'm going to have to base my offer on that. The only issue is they didn't really give me anything in writing saying it's a two-family. They just said that there's no certificate of occupancy, but they can only issue something that's equivalent to a certificate of occupancy, but they have to apply for it. So I don't have anything concrete to go off of to give to the owner as like kind of some way to negotiate the price, but they're going to have an issue selling it without a C of O. So I'm just going to put in my offer. I'm definitely not going to offer the 985 that they're asking for, because 985 is just way too much for a two-family in that area. So I'm going to go and do some calculations. And so let's see how much I should offer as a two-family. So let's do some quick math. The numbers for this property are over here. If you want to know exactly how I got these numbers, please watch the video over here. In that video, I go over how you can estimate the income as well as the expenses, and I even give you a breakdown of what all these expenses are. So at the end of the day, the total income per year of this property is $72,000, and the total expenses are just shy of $22,000. That means your net income is about $50,000. I expect a 6% cap rate in this area, which means that the net income has to be 6% of the total value of the house. So to get the value of the house, you just divide the net income by 6%. In this case, that's $837,000. Now that means to me, it doesn't make sense to pay more than $837,000 for this property. The homeowner is asking for $985,000, which is way above the market value. I'm going to put in an offer anyway and just see how it goes. From experience, the homeowner is probably going to reject my offer because they feel it's way less than what they're asking for. But what's going to happen is nobody's going to pay $985,000. So this house is going to sit on the market for maybe 3 or 4 months. Then the homeowner is going to realize, oh, I'm asking too much, nobody's going to buy this. At that point, the market has told them that their house isn't worth $985,000, so they're going to be willing to negotiate. So yeah, I'm going to put in my offer, $837,000, and follow up in a month or two and then see what happens.